What's up? My Steve is your boy Buckmeister, twice the nice that you are used to, Shaw Bramson, and today we are talking Loki, episode 6. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media, from the comic books and superheroes to the mangas and the animes to the sci-fis and all that good stuff. So if any of that excites you, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you never miss a video. So this episode opens up with a highlight reel, which was, kind of fun to see, to hear all the sound bites and all of that good stuff, because it's kind of highlighting how the timeline has kind of gone through, which is really interesting. So I did like that. That was a little fun thing to be like, yeah, Marvel, you guys actually, this is a huge ass empire. Miss Minutes. Miss Minutes has been suspect for a while, and you see her and her suspicions. It is so interesting to see what she does with all of these things and her suspect behavior. It really comes to light in this episode, and I was just like, I knew you knew something, you sneaky clock. That Tara Strong voice, I know that sweet Tara Strong voice does not make you exempt from suspicion, you clock, you. So the episode goes, well, yeah, this is why she's suspicious. The reveal comes a whole lot earlier than I suspected, and I was just like, okay. And I enjoyed that. Really, I did. But like, the other thing is this. So I was talking to this guy I do a podcast with, Clyde Beach. There will be a link in the info card and a link in the description down below to the actual podcast, so you can go check it out for yourself. We talk all sorts of spoilers, and we definitely talk heavy spoilers when it comes to these Loki episodes. But I was talking to him, and he felt like the impact of this episode, or this episode itself, was kind of lackluster. And I'm gonna say this: I was like, with this reveal, I was more excited about the implications rather than the actual execution of the episode itself. I mean, the reveal is still cool. I still enjoyed it a lot. And where they go with it and where they can go with it, it is insane. I am actually pretty excited to see the prospects of that. Again, I'm not a person who's big on multiversal things, but like, some of those stories are really cool. Some of those stories I really like, and it's cool to see that they could play out because of the implications of this episode and this reveal. It also means that a very scary man is coming, because here's the thing, like, Thanos was scary, but like, his purpose was just, he was trying to balance things out. This dude who's coming, he don't care about none of that. And the fact that he controls time like this, that is insanity. The implications of that kind of evil, and I guess it's going to come down to a very basic nature, a very polarizing nature, which I mean, Marvel is known for. Supervillains were known for that for a long time. I mean, one of the most quintessential supervillains of all time, Darkseid, he doesn't have a purpose or a point. Let's be real, DC fans, let's be real, he's just there to be evil. And he is so good at being evil that you enjoy his evil, but that's basically what he is. He's no Doom, he's no what's another deep villain? I mean, yeah, he's no Joker. He's no he's no Lex Luthor. He doesn't really have a point to him, but he scares the living crap out of you. And Marvel is about to get Thanos, especially Thanos in the MCU version. He was scary, but he had a point to him. And if they do it right, you might not care. You might not be like, man, what's your motivation? You just might not be like, yo, this dude is so cold, and he has such cold dialogue and cold lines, and he's just so cool that I don't care. Like, he is so charismatic that I don't even care why he's doing this. And it's going to be some sort of basic nature thing, but I still think it can be very interesting. Also, given the history of the character and given what Marvel can do and how Marvel have definitely modernized their characters. So I'm excited for that. Also, I did like Loki in this episode a lot. I like Loki in this episode, and he shows like a huge maturity. Because the thing about Loki is, especially like Loki as a concept in general. I mean, I know in comic books he was evil, but like back then it was very basic. Like I know Stan Lee did some great villains, but like Loki, a lot of them were cackling boo ha 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 ha. Stan Lee wrote more for his heroes and made his heroes way more complex than his villains. But like when you come to like something like the MCU, like Loki, he was evil, sure, but it was just because he was scrambling for some form of control. Like that's basically what it was. Like the whole Avengers New York event was just him facilitating something so that he could feel in control, because he wasn't even like the big villain in control. Like he was ultimately just be doing that because he wanted to feel some form of control because of, you know, unresolved issues. And one thing that this series has done has definitely emphasized trying to resolve those issues. I mean, those issues get resolved in the movies to the point where he's back with Thor, to the point where he's trying to defend Thor, to the point where he dies trying to protect Thor. So seeing his turn here and seeing how it comes in a little bit earlier, it's interesting in that particular sense. So seeing him take a hero turn like this, I'm interested to see where it goes. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you so much for dooming the universe. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you so much, Sylvie. TVA gonna work overtime after this episode. TVA gonna work overtime after this episode. Like I said, man, it's like again, I don't think the episode was bad, but it definitely, if you were hoping for more of an impact, it definitely did lack that punch, that sticking point, that power of the premise, because of like sticking the landing with the premise. I mean, the premise of this show was way more interesting than this show played out, I think personally, and I also think it was because of a lack of episodes. But I just think the implications of what this means to me, especially as a comic book fan and where my brain is going, I'm super excited on that front. So like the things that we can see, the things that are very much possible right now, especially now that a Doctor Strange multiverse of madness situation is definitely happening, and it's happening because of this, along with all of those other implications, I think we can get something very, very interesting from this. I will say that the episode just kind of wraps things up in threads. The performances still top notch, but like yeah, they just kind of just go through things, wrap this up here, wrap this up there. That thread is thrown to the side. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of it's a lot of like walking through corridors in a hall, and you know having a lot of dialogue and everything. But for me, I think the sticking point home is that I enjoyed the reveal as early as it was, for a particular reason that I don't want to spoil. So when I talk spoilers on the podcast, Geekman's to shoot the shit. Yeah, link in the description and in the info card. Then you will be able to see exactly what I mean. But like yeah, that being said though, the implications of this, which is the implication of this entire series, I think they at least managed to nail home like the promises of what's to come, and I find that kind of exciting. So yeah, I mean again, I enjoyed it and I'm definitely looking forward to what's to come. But like I'm more looking forward to what's to come than the actual like full on enjoyment and saying that this is a fantastic episode. But again, alas, I know that sounds confusing, very confusing, and I understand that, but that's where I'm at. So I hope that makes sense. What about you, Meisterville? Let me know in the comment section down below. Talk to your boy. Have you seen Loki? What did you think of Loki? And also let me know what was your favorite Marvel Disney Plus series. Let me know in the comment section down below. Talk us to your boy. Look at that, you made it to the end of the video. You are spectacular. If you like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there. I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. And please remember to ring that bell button if you do subscribe. And I'll see you all in another video because Meister Man's gotta be out.